First entry. The space where memory hides. I used to think memory lived in the mind. Now I know it lives in places. In cracked sidewalks. In empty lots. In the echo under train tracks. In the way certain corners make my chest tighten before I even know why. The West Side has always felt like a map I forgot how to read, even though I grew up learning its language. I can walk a block and feel something shift inside me without knowing what memory I just stepped on. They say a crime happened near the old building on Kedzie. Or maybe it was Pulaski. The streets blur together when my mind starts protecting itself. I remember brick. I remember a flickering light. I remember a hallway that smelled like mildew and metal. I remember a door that looked like it hadn't been opened in years. But I also remember being somewhere else. Sitting on a bus. Standing on a corner. Walking past a storefront. My mind gives me multiple locations like escape routes. I tell myself I wasn't there. Then I remember the sound. Not a scream. Not a gunshot. Not a cry for help. The sound of something stopping. The silence that comes when motion ends. That silence followed me home. I started noticing it in my apartment, in the pause between passing cars, in the space between footsteps in the hallway, in the gap between breaths when I tried to sleep. Silence became a presence, not peaceful, heavy, pressed into my chest like a memory that didn't want language. The news said a body was found. No name released. No suspect. No witnesses. But my mind reacted like it recognized the story before it heard it. That's how I knew something inside me was connected. I tried to remember the night clearly. I tried to force sequence, order, logic, timeline. My thoughts refused structure. They came in sensations instead. The smell of damp concrete. The glow of a streetlight through broken glass. The echo of a hallway. The feeling of being watched by something that wasn't human, wasn't visible, wasn't even present anymore. Sometimes I remember running. Sometimes I remember standing still. Sometimes I remember helping. Sometimes I remember hiding. The versions of me don't agree. I walk past the building sometimes. I don't know why. I pretend it's coincidence. I pretend it's just a route. But my body slows down every time. My chest tightens. My breathing changes. My eyes look for something I don't consciously know how to identify. The door is boarded up now. But I remember it open. I remember a hallway that felt longer than it should have been. I remember light flickering like a pulse. I remember thinking I shouldn't be there. I remember thinking I already was. I don't remember a face. I don't remember a voice. I don't remember a weapon. I remember a presence. I remember fear that didn't feel sudden, but familiar, like my body recognized it before my mind did. That's the part that scares me. Not the crime, not the body, not the investigation. The familiarity. The way my nervous system responded like it had already lived this moment before memory caught up. They keep asking the neighborhood for witnesses. People say they didn't see anything. Didn't hear anything. Didn't know anything. The city is good at collective silence. It teaches people how to forget together. But forgetting doesn't mean erasing. It means storing it somewhere else. In the body. In the nerves. In the subconscious. In the places you avoid. In the streets you stop walking. In the routes you change without knowing why. I don't know if I'm a witness. I don't know if I'm a survivor. I don't know if I'm a bystander. I don't know if I'm part of the story. What I do know is this. My mind knows more than it's letting me remember. My body remembers something my thoughts won't translate. And this city keeps reflecting it back to me in silence. Somewhere in Chicago, a crime scene exists in memory form. Somewhere in my mind, a truth is waiting for language. Somewhere between who I was and who I am, a version of me already knows what happened. And that version isn't talking yet.